I know that woman. She used to live with a flock of birds on Lenox Avenue. Know her husband, too. He fell for an 18-year-old girl with one of those deep-down spooky loves that made him so sad and happy he shot her just to keep the feeling going. When the woman, her name is Violet, went to the funeral to see the girl and to cut her dead face, they threw her to the floor and out of the church. She ran then through all that snow. And when she got back to her apartment, she took the birds from their cages and set them out the windows to freeze or fly, including the parrot that said, "I love you." The snow she ran through was so windswept, she left no footprints in it. So for a time, nobody knew exactly where on Lenox Avenue she lived. But like me, they knew who she was, who she had to be, because they knew that her husband, Joe Trace, was the one who shot the girl. There was never anyone to prosecute him because nobody actually saw him do it, and the dead girl's aunt didn't want to throw money to helpless lawyers or laughing cops when she knew the expense wouldn't improve anything. Besides, she found out that the man who killed her niece cried all day, and for him and for Violet, that is as bad as jail. She's awfully skinny, Violet. 50, but still good-looking when she broke up the funeral. You'd think that being thrown out the church would be the end of it, the shame and all, but it wasn't. Violet is mean enough and good-looking enough to think that even without hips or youth, she could punish Joe by getting herself a boyfriend and letting him visit her in her own house. She thought it would dry his tears up and give her some satisfaction as well. It could have worked, I suppose, but the children of suicides are hard to please and quick to believe no one loves them because they're not really here. Violet's next plan, to fall back in love with her husband, whipped her before it got on a good footing. Washing his handkerchiefs and putting food on the table before him was the most she could manage. So she decided to love, find out about, the 18-year-old whose creamy little face she tried to open, even though nothing would have come out but straw. She questioned everybody, starting with Mel Vaughn, an upstairs neighbor, the one who told her about Joe's dirt in the first place, and whose apartment he and the girl used as a love nest. From Mel Vaughn, she learned the girl's address and whose child she was. From the legally licensed beauticians, she found out what kind of lip rouge the girl wore, the marcelling iron they used on her, though I suspect that girl didn't need to straighten her hair. The band the girl liked best, Slim Bates, Ebony Keys, and when she was shown how, Violet did the dance steps the girl used to do. For a long time she pestered the girl's aunt, a dignified lady who did fine work off and on in the garment district, until the aunt broke down and began to look forward to Violet's visits for a chat about youth and misbehavior. The aunt showed all the dead girl's things to Violet, and it became clear to her, as it was to me, that this niece had been hard-headed as well as sly. One particular thing the aunt showed her, and eventually let Violet keep for a few weeks, was a picture of the girl's face, not smiling, but alive at least, and very bold. Violet had the nerve to put it on the fireplace mantel in her own parlor, and both she and Joe looked at it in bewilderment.